Hello and welcome to another episode of my Factorio Let's Play. My name is Arrakis and this is Factorio with Dytech Mod. And I kind of changed things up this time around. I realized that my episodes were starting to take way too long and not much was happening. So I kind of did some offline play and I apologize if that's not what you were hoping for from this Let's Play, but I'll go through everything that got done while I did that. So just get this under control again. Spiders are non-stop at this point. It's really getting difficult. You can see how many they've killed there with the corpses. Okay, so to go over what I did, I have increased the production of our iron. And I've also made it most Mark II conveyor belts, the fast transport belts. So you can see here there's a balancing act that I've done to try to distribute the ore as best as possible. I know there's a better way to do that, but that's working for now. I'll have to revisit that once we get even more ore coming into the system. But the main thing you'll see is that I have completely changed our iron ore output to be these electric furnace Mark IIs. Now they don't have any modules in them, but they are going to town on making us as much iron ore as we can right now with our output. And it's kind of funny. The actual what's slowing us down here is these. We don't have fast enough inserters right now, so I'm working towards automation 3. I was hoping to get robots soon, but I really need to get the very fast inserters that Dytech Mod provides so I can start moving these iron ore plates downwards. Another thing I did was I moved the steel up another line up here because we were just not getting any steel for our belts, and then that was making it so we weren't getting green science packs, and it was just a mess. We were having really bad research rates. So now we're good, and I also upgraded these to a Mark II assembling machine. Our blue science packs are well fed. Well fed. And what else did I do? What else did I do? I think that was about it. There was the odd little thing that wasn't working properly and optimized. Our sulfur is going a lot better now. I've upgraded all of our power to Mark II blues. We're not getting enough temperature on it, and I don't think we're getting enough water either. Yeah, you can see the clean water dipping down every now and then. That's going to affect our total available output, and you can actually no, our production's staying flat. So we're not making enough. The more of these power plants I add, the more this fresh water isn't going to keep up. So, for this episode, I am going to put a second line of power in here. I think I'll actually bring it down here. So what I'll end up doing is putting some boilers along the water line here, and putting our power plants going out to the west here. And to do that, we're going to bunch of pipes. And we're going to need some more wood handlers. There's a stone to be had. Actually, I got way too much iron to just dump. So, I need iron. That's lots of it. There's one liquid handler. I want to put 2 more. And let's grab one of our steam engines as well. Some more steam engines. Can I put this broken one in there? Will it be used? I don't think so. Oh, maybe it is. No idea where it went. Okay, need copper actually this time around. And more stone. I really need to double stack that stone. and wood. More stone. There we go. Let's double stack this stone while we're waiting for those to build. There we go. See, there's still stone underneath him, but I've used a mining drill Mark II, and his area effect is twice that of the Mark 1s, and so it's still able to grab the stone that's underneath there, and I was able to continue my power plant line just fine. Oh, we're going to need a bunch of boilers too, and that requires tons of stone. So much. These. Tons of iron. You can see now that I've got this at 100%, like these two at the beginning of the video weren't running until I input some iron ore into them, but now that they have iron ore, these actually are starting to back up. So we're working towards our very fast inserters as fast as possible. Gonna grab some of these blunt blades. I know I have a ton of them sitting in the chest over here. Let's grab some ammo while we're here. And some more turrets as well. Let's change this to... Let's keep those there forever. So how do I want to do this? Let's split this off again. No, that won't work. But at least that makes it cleaner. I bet that shut down my whole factory. Yep. That's a very critical line. Oh no, oh no. We're going to Q. Get underground. Q. Oops. Well, that shouldn't increase the temperature there, because the pipes do have kind of like a directional flow, right? So the heat is in this part of the pipe. That should be warm, but automation 3. Okay, we got our automation 3, which I believe means we can get logistics 3, and that then allows us very fast inserter. So let's get a logistics 3. Get some more. Iron is backed up. That is good to see. That is very good to see. Oh, that seems like a new place of attack. Nope. That is almost dead. $50 electric engines. That's going to be a good start once we do start making robots. Okay. Well, that now that that's backing up, that means we're going to start getting... Yeah. It's going to be a lot easier than having to jump all over our conveyor belts. And grabbing them. Okay. So now we should be able to make others. It's 2 more. I think they're right now at this point, because they're 60%. Yeah, they're 60% efficient. It requires, I think, 3 boilers for every 2 or 4 for every 3 of these steam engines. Eventually, when you get to Mark 4s, I believe it's 1 boiler for every steam engine to max them out, but that might be wrong. It might be Mark 5s even that you need to get to. But each stage of the Dytech steam engine boilers and engines, the less boilers per engine you need. I swear that. Good stuff. Okay, that should be good for now. I need 1, 2, 3, 4. Should have. I'll do 6 per row. And I'll do another 6 afterwards. There we go. That water should be pretty hot, and our power should be well above what we need. Yep. We are now producing at 100%, but as you'll see, oh, Logistics 3, that was fast. Let's go very fast, inserter. That'll be very fast because it's just, that doesn't even use the blue science box. Oh wait, but what was the time on it? 30 seconds each, so it'll take 30 times a, take 3,000 seconds, which is like 5 minutes. Seven minutes. Okay. Clean water, yeah. We also want to get our sand production going, and now that we can produce these clean water liquid handlers so much easier. So we've got 2 so far. We're going to have 3. So let's make a ring of these. Since I wish I could make that on this side. That's what I'll do. So we'll continue the dirty water. Need more iron. Stocking it right up now. Is that even able to keep up? We might need a better pump soon. Or at least a second pump there. Might do that anyways. They don't cost any power, so why not? What I really want to do is be able to walk between these. There we go. And that'll just come in through there. Plenty now. Dytech should add that these pumps, I know the first mark doesn't require power because it's such an early game item you need. You won't have power until you actually pump into a steam engine. But these later pumps should require power, I think. Make them more balanced. Right now, or not balanced, but I don't know, realistic, I guess. I know it's just a game, but right now these things are just free. Just pumping like it's no one's business. Okay, I thought that attack was maybe worse over there. Let's finish up this clean water. Start producing some sand. How do I want to do this? It's gonna come there. Might need to go further back, we'll see. No, this'll work. And this just is expandable. More and more fresh, clean water we need, the further we expand out. Okay, so what I'm going to do with these is make these sand. These are going to produce sand. And to do that, you just click on them and select a recipe, and we don't need the gold. So we're just going to go straight sand. 1 sand for every 10 water. Same for that. And what happens is, you can just throw them out. Put it on a conveyor. And for now, we'll just have it collecting into. Now what's our water situation? Still not great, but maybe we can expand on our water or just have one of those switched. Very fast inserter, yes, we finally have that. Yeah. What do we want next? What do we want next? Maybe we should start upgrading our bullet damage and stuff. Oh no, we want to get robots. So we have flight. We need robotics still. What do we need to get robotics? Requires robotics. Requires advanced electronics too. So let's get that. And let's start making some very fast inserters. How do I make those processing units? Oh, I do need to make them in a assembler. Grab our ammo while we're here. Might need to start looking at making laser turrets. But we need to have accumulators for that so we don't completely destroy our power system, power grid. So let's do that. Looks like our electronic circuits aren't keeping up now. We need to upgrade those to our to Mark II assemblers. But let's make some accumulators. We're also going to need to start making some solar panels, so I think we're going to need a bunch of copper for this. Just go over here. Batteries and weak flux capacitors, which does require copper. Where are the batteries coming from? They're going to be right next to it. Perfect. So this first one, accumulators, and need a weak flux capacitor. Which needs copper cable and a weak capacitor. This is going to be quite the process here. Okay. Get this done and then we finish this episode. Okay. I have to think about the whole layout because I've never done one like this before. Weak capacitor to a flux capacitor. This needs copper cable and this needs copper cable. This doesn't. So to provide those both with copper cable, maybe I can do this. And then do that. This needs iron still, which we can do. Somehow, some way. Think I should easily be able to do this. Oh yeah. No problem. And that needs iron, and yeah. This just needs some copper, which we can easily divert as well. Who said this game was hard, right? Alright. Some more poles, because I've been using way too many of those, and we should be good to go. Now I need some batteries. Conveniently right there. I will have this output to a storage. Only want one. What? Why aren't you get... Oh, I need to have steel go to him too. Oops. Advanced electronics. Now we can get robotics. So this needs to have steel as well. How do I want to do that? Like so. Just blooming out of here. Uh-oh, destruction. Luckily I'm close. Okay, we need to add another turret there. What's it missing? It's a flux capacitor, which is missing a weak capacitor because I haven't made this connection. There we go. We are now making accumulators. Using many resources. How many? Our battery situation might not be great after a certain time here. Yeah, we're not making a ton of them. Only because our sulfuric acid is reliant on that farm right now. And as you can see, we're empty there. We do get the odd bit. Let's see what one tree creates in terms of batteries. 1, 2, 3. Looks like 4 or 5 batteries that one tree can produce. Interesting. Yeah, so batteries will be a problem. What I can do, once I get some advanced oil technology, I can start cracking one of these oils into petroleum and use the chemical process again, or really just start outputting way more farms. So we've got some accumulators going. I know we can have better ones eventually. Got 6 already. So where do we want to set up our field for batteries? I think it's going to have to be, or actually narrow power. Just do everything in one little area here. I grabbed them, right? Yes. And we'll do a little field down here, I guess. That was really loud. So now you can, we'll go somewhere away from there. You can see we now have a storage of 30 megajoules, which also kind of cleans up our power too, so there's not spikes up and down. But we definitely need it for lasers, because lasers draw so much energy when they're shooting. Okay, we're losing stuff now up here. Man, this is getting annoying. The reason why I don't give them full ammo is because they usually blow up, and then we just waste the ammo. Do I want that there? I don't think I do. because I'm going to continue that line. Okay, move it further back. Put it over here. And then let's start making some lasers. Let's get some green circuits first. I don't know why I decided to need to make 5 more green circuits there, but whatever. We'll have robots do this eventually. Right now I need to manually feed this with wood still. And power plants. It is certainly not ideal. I think maybe our copper is starting to lack. So we may have to look into converting that into our electric production as well. Completely get rid of our dependence on coal over here, and save the coal for our steam power generation, which eventually it won't be coal, we'll be able to use our oil production to create solid fuel. And we'll have to expand down to here, not too long from now, because of our iron ore field is starting to get a little bit low. That's a problem. Need more red belts. Let's grab them all. There that goes. Okay, we've made some lasers now. Let's put them in a slot too. We're going to need those at all times, pretty much. Oh, why are you done? So no more stone in there? Interesting. I think there is. Yeah. Not enough to worry about. Let's grab it from here. 9.6k is quite a bit. Robotics, yes, now I can... Let's get logistic robots, or construction robots first, so that they can start repairing our walls. We're almost there with the robots. So when things really start to get interesting again. Again, so many people don't like the robots, but I do. I love them. And it's only because Dytech really requires you to have them. Whereas in vanilla, they just kind of make the game way too easy, and people rely on them to transport everything. Okay, let's go put down our lasers. And some lights over here too. Getting too dark. How much sand we already have. I wonder if our limiting factor here is just because our pipe isn't big enough there. Well, we can fix that. It can hold 50. But these can only hold 25 too, right? So it's not going to help much. That's the next tier of boilers will really help, but should have helped it a little bit. Plenty of power anyhow. Alright, so we got lasers up there. They should do good work. And we'll have robots soon. But we need to make robots, we need to have these frames, which is going to be needed to be automated as well. So I will end the episode there. It was a pretty good episode, I think. We got... what did we do? We've started making accumulators, and we've got our accumulators set up, and we've also cleaned up around here so that we can get additional power plants. But anyways, next episode we are going to start our robotics. We're going to get our logistics system up and running, and that's going to be exciting. So thanks for watching. Click the subscribe button on YouTube and the follow button on Twitch. And make sure to like the video and tell your friends, tell your family, tell your dog. I'm sure mine is enjoying it on my feet right now. And I will talk to you next time.